live. Let me go ahead and start this. Give me 1 second. Let me hit play. Perfect, perfect. All right, cool. So how y'all doing? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite track star, Javon Hutchinson, aka Mr. Healthy Tips, checking in for the morning motivation. And we're gonna have, like I said, special announcement today. But before we get to the special announcement at the end of the call, because you gotta definitely stay to the end for the special announcement as always, right? But we're gonna go ahead and read through these happy and grateful now. Let's see what we got in here. I'm so happy and grateful now to be super confident in myself. What does that say? Super confident in myself to God to have blessed me in abundance and riding my bike. I'm so happy and grateful now for vision, faith, and patience. I'm so happy and grateful now for God's amazing grace and favor for family, life, and great health. Okay. So happy and grateful now for God's love, my new paradigm that is elevating daily and being part of this magnificent RetiredIn365 family. Perfect, perfect. I'm so happy and grateful now for my RetiredIn365 family. I'm so happy and grateful now for divine guidance. It's taking place at all times. So happy and grateful now for this opportunity to help serve the people. So happy and grateful now for the abilities to transform my life financially, to be a beacon of hope for my entire family, to bring a legacy that will transcend generations and generations. So happy and grateful now that I'm seeing my full potential, self-worth, and gratitude. I'm so happy and grateful now for life, health, family, momentum that I am currently in. I love it. I'm so happy and grateful now for breathing, better health, and believing. I'm so happy and grateful now for the process of emerging to do better, and grateful for all of you guys. I'm so happy and grateful now for my loved ones and being in the right mindset. Yes, sir. I'm so happy and grateful now to wake up this morning, have another opportunity to grow towards a better version of myself. I'm so happy and grateful now for life, new opportunities, and love and support of family and friends. I'm so happy and grateful now for health, life, family. So happy and grateful now to wake up this morning, to have another day to learn something new, seeing my potential and good health. So happy and grateful to be a part of this team. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all those coming in. And lastly, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am more than a conqueror. I definitely appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Wow. Like, the happy and grateful nows are getting better and better and better each and every single week. So I'm definitely happy and grateful now for each and every one of you consistently showing up each and every single morning for these morning motivations, getting it out to your team, getting it out to all the people that you're connected with. Because at the end of the day, when you share this, right, you're blessing somebody else. You're allowing them to start their morning on the right foot. You never know what people are going through. You never know what's happening in people's personal lives. So you definitely, there we go. So you definitely want to make sure that, you're always out here, putting other people in a position to win. Okay. So let me go ahead and end that. Hold on. We got people trying to call in. There we go. All right, cool. So what we're going to talk about today, right? What we're going to talk about today, before we get to the special part, let me see, where did it just go? I want to, here we go. It never gets easier. You get better, right? It never gets easier. You get better. I want you guys to think about that. If you negotiate your fight, you're going to prolong your pain. Those two things right there. So write that down. I want everybody to make sure you have your pen and paper out. Write a number 1 in the chat. I got a chat over here. So write a number 1 in the chat once you have your pen and paper, and then write that down. It never gets easier, but you get better. And then the subtitle is going to be, if you negotiate your fight, you prolong your pain. Okay. All right. I see the ones coming in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what does that mean? What does that mean, right? It never gets easier. You get better. People talk about trading. People talk about building. People talk about running. I'm an athlete, so I always love to go back to running. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. It's not hard. It's not hard. And the more you tell yourself it's hard, the more you tell yourself that you can't do something, or that you're struggling with it, the more you're going to struggle, the more you're going to go through those phases. And, once you realize that, you're going to be able to elevate to an entirely different level, right? It never gets easier. You just get better. It's just like when you're lifting weights. What happens when you lift weights? You're breaking down your muscle fibers, right? And you have to break it down in order to build it up. When they're building a house, they have to break down the land in order to build a new foundation, in order to start building on it, right? In order for things to grow, you have to first break them down. But that goes with that second part that I just talked about. If you negotiate your fight, you're just prolonging your pain, right? Every little thing it is that you don't want to do, every little thing it is that you're like, well, I'm going to do it my way. Every little thing, like there's a blueprint that's printed out. People making $750,000 a month, people making $500,000 a month, people making $100,000 a month every 30 days, right? People that have successfully gotten there, and not only gotten there, obviously they didn't do it by themselves. Other people have gotten there with them, right? They brought other people to the top and they said, we're not holding anything back. This is the blueprint. This is what we've done. And not only is this what we've done, we've shown other people how to do it. And they've shown people how to do it. And they've shown people how to do it. So if you have the blueprint, right? Think about it like this. Are the people you know different than the people I know? Different than the people in the world, right? Nah, everybody knows the same type of people, right? Like your people aren't different from my people. I know people from everywhere. You know people from everywhere, right? People from your hood, your place where you're from, they're trading, they're in the business. Maybe just not the people that you know, right? But the people that are already in, what happens with them? Somebody had to introduce them in the first place, right? But it's all about the how, but you have the blueprint to do that. Same thing with trading. If you get in the market for a sell and I get in for a buy, but I did my analysis and you didn't, is the market going to go down just because you got in for a sell? No, the market's going to go the way it was supposed to go in the first place. It's not going to adjust to you just because you want it to, right? You got to understand that if you're negotiating your fight, it's like holding on to a bad trade, right? I don't know if anybody in here ever held on to a bad trade hoping it would go the other way, but you get into a trade. I'm confident that it's going up, right? And maybe you didn't do what you were supposed to do from the training, right? Maybe you didn't put in the stop loss. Maybe you're just like, look, this thing is gonna go up. I promise you. Like it's gonna go right here, then it's gonna go up. And then you're just watching it go negative and negative and negative. But you have everything you need that's telling you it's going the other way. But you hold it. But you keep holding it. When all signs are pointing down, you say it's going for a buy. And the only reason is because you're scared to change your analysis. You're scared to admit you were wrong and ride the wave. You're scared to say, maybe I got it wrong, right? If I follow my strategy, if I follow the blueprint, it's definitely possible that it changed, right? It's definitely possible you were right in the beginning. But once you realize that, okay, this isn't following what I thought it was going to follow, change your analysis, right? It's okay. It's not going to kill you to say, okay, well, something might have happened. It's now going the other way, right? What does that look like in life? It's okay to not be right. It's okay. Hey, well, I wanted to do something this way, and I was thinking this could work, and I was thinking that could work, and then somebody says, I mean, that's good and all, but I've done it. It didn't work, right? We have a system in place that we know is going to work for you. We want to get you to $10,000 a month, and then go and do what you want, right? Because this will get you to $10,000 a month. That, not saying that won't get you there. It just might take a little bit longer for you to get there, right? You're making do you want to be the new blueprint, right? And it take you 2, 3, 4 years to get to that destination that you want? Or do you want to follow the blueprint, get there faster, and then go make your own, right? Because think about it. If I follow the blueprint, if I follow the GPS, and I think I talked to you guys about this once before, think about you're in the car with somebody that knows where they're going. Like they know where they're going. But the GPS says, hey, go ahead and get off on exit 86. And you're in the passenger seat. They're in the driver's seat, and they're like, I know a quicker way. I'm looking at you like, nah, the GPS said take exit 86. Waze said take exit 86 because it's probably a accident up ahead. But you don't know that. You think that you know the fastest way, but you turned the GPS on for a reason. But you thought you knew where you were going. Think about that. Think about that. How many people thought they knew where they were going, ran into traffic before? Drop some fives in the chat if that ever happened to you. You swore you knew where you were going. You probably even been there before, but there was traffic on the way. And the GPS told I see a lot of fives coming in. I see a lot of fives coming in. See, just because you think you know where you're going, you don't see the road ahead. Your mentors, the people that are already there, they know what's going on. They have foresight of what's happening down the road, right? Again, not to say that you're not going to get there going the way that you want to go. It's just going to take you a little extra time, right? You might have to speed, you might have to cut some corners, you might have to do a lot of extra stuff when they're saying, bro, just get off on this exit right here and you're going to get there, right? It's going to take you maybe an extra 5 minutes than the regular way, but the regular way is crowded. Like the regular way ain't really working right now, right? But because you are hard-headed, you're just like, look, I got it. I'll see y'all there at 8 o'clock. Here it is, 9 o'clock. Hey, where you at? Where you at, man? Hey, man, I ran into some traffic. I don't know what they doing out here. And now you're blaming it on the traffic. Now you're blaming it on somebody can't drive. Now you're blaming it on the construction up the road. Now you're blaming it on the speed limit. But is it the speed limit's fault? Is it the person that got in an accident's fault? That plays a part. But if you guys been reading the book, Success is Not an Accident, you had 100% control over which way you were going to take. You chose to go this way when you had people telling you this is the route to take, right? And are you going to ask questions, right? Think about this. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The GPS said to take the right exit, right? Are you going to sit there and argue with the GPS? Well, why am I going right? I want y'all to think about this. Does it make sense to sit there and argue with the GPS? Yes or no? This is a real question. Yes, no, maybe. Y'all might. I don't know. Brandon said, nah, man. No, right? It don't make sense. It does not make sense to argue with the GPS. Why? Because for one, the GPS not going to say nothing back, right? Brandon said, I'm going to follow the rules all the way to the line. Look, it doesn't make sense. So if you're not going to argue with the GPS, which is designed to route you the fastest way possible to get where you want to go, think about it. You put your destination in the GPS. You said where you were starting from. You chose the vehicle that you're going to get in to take you there. All the GPS says is, I'm going to get you there the fastest way possible. If you told the GPS you was taking a bike, the GPS will reroute. It will redo your estimated time, and you still going to get there as fast as possible with the vehicle that you chose. If you tell the GPS you want to get there by transit, it's going to reroute. It's going to tell you where to get on the transit, and it's going to get you there as fast as possible with the chosen vehicle that you chose. If you say you want to walk, it's going to get you there as fast as possible with your chosen mode of transportation. So think about it. You even have a choice in how you get there. Your mode of transportation right now is RetiredIn365, right? But you even get to choose your wheels. You get to make them shiny. You get to spinning rims on them. You get to decide who's going to be your co-pilot. You get to decide what you're going to listen to along the way, right? You literally create your environment to get where you want to go. Who's the educators I'm going to listen to? Am I going to do high frequency, Forex, digital currencies? Maybe I'm going to have a little bit of a mix of both. Maybe I want to follow all these educators instead of following just one. Maybe I want to have this mentor, but I really like how they do stuff and I really like how they do. You customize your experience, right? But if you already have somebody that got there before and you choose to put them, as part of your GPS, as part of your car, and they're going to help you get where you want to go, just listen. Just follow the plan, run the play, right? That goes back to what I was saying. And let me pull this up again. But if you negotiate your fight, you prolong your pain, right? Because at the end of the day, when we go back to lifting weights, we go back to muscles and all that, there's going to be pain at the end of the day. You're either going to experience it now, you're going to experience it later, or you're not going to like what you look like later, and you're going to have to experience it even more because you want to get to where you want to go. All right. So that's really like, listen, your mind, your trip, your life is 100% customizable. But most people make it hard. Most people try to do all the little extra things they don't want to do. Like, like this just takes me back, y'all. Like, think about it. You're at the house. Who was around before you had the you had to turn the little dial on the TV? You had to turn the little dial. I'm not that old, but you know, my grandma used to have a TV like that. All right, see. All right, I know, hey, some of y'all might be that old. That's okay. Say I was there. Some of us were there at the tail end watching Dragon Ball. Hey, that's what's up. For you to change the channel, you had to get up out your seat. Then you had to adjust the dial. And not only did you have to adjust the dial, you had to make sure it was perfectly on that station so you ain't get no fuzz. Then you might have had to adjust the antenna. You had to get it on the right channel. Then stuff evolved, right? Things evolved. You had a remote. But even when remotes came, your parents might have called you down. Hey, come change this channel. If you don't get up and get the remote, right? Imagine if we could say what's on our minds as kids. You called me all the way down here to pick up a remote for you, and you sitting on the couch. What? Like, it don't make no sense, right? But think about it. Like, stuff started to evolve. Now you can change the TV from your cell phone, right? So put aluminum on the antenna. Right. There was so many different ways but it evolved along the way. Your experience is going to evolve. The person that brought you in, right? The person that started, like, think about David Imonitie and even Bryce Thompson and all of those people, right? They're the TV with the little box, right? There's people coming in the company now that are like the phone remote. All you have to do is be the upgraded version of them. You don't gotta reinvent the wheel. You just gotta, oh, I don't like that. I like how they did that. They're teaching me what worked and what didn't work. Why am I gonna go through the same struggles that they went through when they've already been there, right? So make sure you guys are preparing to get where you want to go. Saying we on 4K vibes. Make sure you guys are preparing to get where you want to go. Make sure you're practicing every single day. And then the performance will take you there, right? The performance will get you there. And this is the last thing I want to say. Trust me until I give you a reason not to, right? Whether it's me, whether your mentor is Charles, whether your mentor is Paris, whether your mentor is Eze, whether your mentor is Jaleesa or Steve, whoever your mentor is, whoever brought you in, doesn't matter. You trust your mentor, the person that's designed to get make you successful, right? That's here, that has your best interest at heart, until they give you a reason not to. What does that look like? Don't come in with your own thought process on it should work this way. Because no matter how it should work, that's should and do are two completely different words. Well, I should have, man, I should have been in the NFL. I'm telling you, if I would only stay playing through high school, I would have been really, really good. And then, I could have went to college, and I know I would have had an amazing career. And then that would have got me all the way to the NFL. Man, you ain't even playing high school. You should have. If my parents would have, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? What works? Where are you now? Right? So you would have been, hey, I probably would have. I don't know about running back. I play corner, bro. But don't miss steps. Don't skip steps. So what y'all take away from this? Think about it. You're in the car. listen to the GPS, right? Follow the plan, run the play. Don't ask the GPS questions because the GPS is only going to give you the necessary information that you need to get where you want to go. The GPS might say, accident ahead, get off right here. Or depending on where you are in that trip, it's going to say rerouting, take exit right here. Because it doesn't need, it might, the GPS might not even know it's accident ahead. It just know that traffic is starting to back up and you just need to go that way. But you're now wondering, why didn't the GPS tell me it was an accident? I would have got off. It didn't need to give you all of that information. It gave you what you needed to be successful, right? Think about the educators on the platform. They'll tell you about their losses. They'll tell you about things that they've been through. But if they had to sit down and write a book about every single thing that happened to them along the way, I know Charles is amazing with this, right? He says, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to give you just what you need to get where you want to go as fast as possible. And then, and only then, anything else you want to know and you go out and experience, have at it. But get where you want to go first. Get where you want to go first before you go out and try to do everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, don't negotiate your fight, and watch your environment. Your environment is who you allow around you, who you choose to listen to. That's that radio station along the way. Who are you tuned into? What are you listening to? Who are you allowing to feed into your life and affect your drive? Think about it. Doesn't what you listen to while you're driving affect your mood? If some ratchet music comes on, you're gonna be in the car bumping, bah, like you're gonna be in there wilding out. If some chill music come on, like I like to listen to some R&B while I'm in the car, I'm relaxing, I'm singing along, like I'm chilling, like I'm good, right? If you listening to your audio in the car, you in a good headspace. If somebody calls you complaining about this person that ain't do X, Y, Z, what's the first thing you gonna do? Now you in gossip mode, right? If somebody call you saying what just happened with Billy Bob over there, oh really? What happened? Girl, he did what? Man, I ain't seen him in 10 years. You don't even care. You just got sucked into somebody else's problems all because you answered the phone and decided to dive into the things that they had going on. Billy Bob. You 100% control your environment. From the vehicle you drive, to the accessories on the vehicle, to what you're listening to, all the way down to the route that you're going to take to get where you want to go. So what route are you going to take, ladies and gentlemen? I definitely appreciate each and every single one of you for hopping on this morning motivation. Let me go ahead real quick and let me stop this. We're not done yet. I just want to make sure that this gets taken care of, and then I will give you guys our special announcement.